So I need some help. I've got these fertility books here that I was going through. 5 minutes and I'm already crying. Like, I was going through the indexes, looking up what I wanted to look up and to like mark them in all the books. And I got to reading, which maybe I shouldn't have done right now. I don't know if you guys see. And this one lady was talking about, she had PCOS. She did the Femera that I'm on right now. She did Clomid. She did a couple other different things with the doctors. And she said that she wasn't ovulating, and then she ovulated, and then she wasn't pregnant, and that when she went to the doctor was like, well, maybe the at-home tests, you know, like, they don't predict it good. Let's just, you know, do the blood test to see if you're pregnant. And she's like, okay, but, you know, the test said I'm not pregnant, so I don't think I'm pregnant. And then she was pregnant. And then I started crying because all I want is a baby. And I'm like, I'm sitting here with this stack of books trying to find the answer to why I can't have a baby. It's so stressful. I just want a baby. Like, that's all I ever wanted. So why is it so hard? Why? That's all I can say is why. I'm getting to the point where whenever I see a woman with a stroller or carrying a child or even with a child or something, you know, like, I get this almost crippling pain, and I want to sit down and just explode. Like the other day, I was going to the grocery store because Aziz asked me to get him some bananas, and this woman was carrying probably at least a 5 or 6 year old, and apparently they had fallen asleep in the car, and she didn't want to wake them up, so she just carried him, and she was trying to put him in the basket, and she was like right by the door, and people were having to like go around her to go inside, and she looked at me, she's like, I'm so sorry. And like, I don't know why it bothered me, because like, I'm like, you know what, like, she probably thinks, you know, and maybe to other people she was like that she's getting on people's nerves and making other people frustrated, but I just thought, you know what, like, her child was tired, and you know, that's like a good parent, is that like, yeah, she could have woken him up, but maybe he had just gone to the doctor and was tired from medicine, or, you know, whatever the situation was, I don't know. But there's so many people now that are just like, oh, they're sleeping, I don't want to wake them up, I'll just leave them in the car, you know. So like, that was the first thing that went through my mind, was like, people should be more respectful, especially if they see women who are like struggling with their children, who are actually giving a darn, you know, trying to take care of their kids. It's just, I'm just so frustrated. I didn't, even when I got these books, I didn't think that I would cry. I thought that I would read, I would get all my information, and then when I call my doctor and I go to the doctor, I'd have all this information, and I could be like, okay, let's try this, let's do this, how about we test for this, and do this, and this, and this. And instead, I'm just like, you just call me the wailing wall. That's all I do is cry. And it sucks, like, I remember I was 13 years old. That was almost 14 years ago. And I think I had this voice, and it said, don't want a baby because it's gonna be so hard. But I couldn't listen, because it's all I ever wanted was to be a mom. I want a doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that this has been like all my life. I've wanted a baby and I couldn't have a baby. And then I struggle with like this really serious issue. He just sees it as sometimes I don't get my period. Big whoop. You know, like, he doesn't see me have my bad cramps. Because I haven't had them. Because I've only had like, I think 3 periods since I've been with him. Maybe 4. He doesn't see, like, I mean, he sees me cry. He sees me upset. But he just doesn't understand, like, how upset I am. And not really why I'm upset. But, like, I don't know. I think he's just old. He's old and he's set in his ways. And he doesn't think it's an issue just because we just got married. But it is an issue because I've had it for at least 14 years. I don't know. They always say it's darkest before the dawn. And I want to say that maybe this medicine will make me pregnant. But the truth is, I'm afraid, just like everything else, that it will not. And I hate the people that say, just have faith, just pray and it'll happen. That's bullshit. Praying doesn't do nothing but comfort your soul, and right now my soul cannot get any comfort at all. Because it's been 14 years of praying and asking and begging, not only for a baby, but to be fixed. And it hasn't happened. They say, oh, it's just not the right time. Well, it's never the right time. And you can wait till you have money. You can wait till you have a car. But then you know what? Something else is going to happen and it's not going to be the right time. There is no right time to have a baby. It happens when it happens. Some people have to work for it. And I'm one of those that have to work for it. And I don't mind. I know that the harder you work for something, when you get it, it makes you more appreciative. It makes you take care of it better. Well, that sounds like I'd like be a horrible mom. I don't know. I just don't understand. If I want it so bad for so long, why am I struggling so hard to have it, especially when it's supposed to happen? Sometimes I feel like a man, you know? If my parts don't work right, you know, I don't feel like a woman. I feel like a robot. Cook, clean, take a shower, that's it. Every day. There's no happy times, you know? And if they are happy, they don't last. It's just like that. It's happy and it's gone. There's no, I don't know. And I know having a child would be hard, and it's gonna be stressful too. And some days I'm gonna want to pull out my hair, and some days I'm gonna be so crippled with worry over that person that I created that they're gonna think I'm a total whack job. But I mean, that comes with it, and I want it. And I hate pain. I hate pain. But I would gladly go through pain to have that child. Like, they do not know how much love I'm gonna have for them if I have them. I feel empty. I feel empty. I waited and I tried for so long to have a husband. And I thought it would make me happy. And he does make me happy. But I still feel empty. I feel like I'm not full. I'm not complete. I know I should have more. I know I should be more. And it just hurts. And only the people who deal with infertility really know what I'm going through. And it's been hard to even find people in support groups that help. I've been on a few groups on Facebook, and these women were just horrible. Like, you say something and they want to be so rude and catty and judgmental. And I'm like, wait a minute, are you even trying to? Do you even know how it feels? Or are you just on here to be a you know what? I need a friend who understands. I need a friend who I can call and talk to. Or better yet, that I can meet and have coffee with and just be like, so, what CD are you today? And did you hump your husband last night? Did Aunt Flo come? You know, I feel like I'm alone in this because my husband, he doesn't understand. I don't know what to do. All I can do, I guess, is just cry and cry and cry and read these books and try to find something that will help. And it's just hard, especially because I don't like to read. So it's serious. If I have all these books and I read through all of them, it's serious. I want my child. I want the 3 or 4 months of getting sick, puking my guts out, mess in my drawers, having to carry underwear and toothpaste with me everywhere I go. I want the cramps. I want the bloatiness. I want the big belly. One step at a time.